Alright, let's go ahead and see how you can do the conditional statement. So there are four type of conditional statement which we are gonna see here. We are gonna see here if else, we are also gonna see here a for, and then while. I'm sorry I told you the four, but we are gonna see here these three type of the conditional statement: if else, for, and while. Thereafter we will also see in this lesson function. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with if else. So how does this work? If else does, if you compare two values together, if the result of those two value or any operation is true, then the statement which is inside if will get executed, otherwise else will get executed. Alright, like let's say I define here variable a is equal to the 45, and there is another variable b where your result is coming as 23. And now I say that if a is less than b, then what you need to do here? You need to print here a is less than b. Let's go ahead and run it. I don't see any result because a is anyway greater than b. That means this is not executed because the output of this is actually false. But if it is not executed, then you can also use there else, so that you can say that this condition is not true. So I say here a is greater than b. This is true because anyway a is greater than b. So if this condition does not satisfy, then obviously a is greater than b. But what happens if you put here b equal to 45? Then what happens? A is equal to b, but this one is saying a is greater than b. That means it is wrong. So why this is happening? Because we have not provided the condition where it checks a equal to b. So in that case, you can check here elif. Alright, so elif means it's going to execute this. If it is false, then it is going to check this, and so on. So I say here elif, else if it is actually a equal to b. Then here I say print, I say here a equals to b. Let's go ahead and run it. Now it says that a equals to b. That is how you can use if else statement in your code. Let's go ahead and see how you can use the for loop. For example, you have here a list, something like, let's say this one. Either we can take list, tuple, or whatever we want. I'm just going to take this one as this variable, a variable 3, which is actually the tuple there. Alright. So this variable 3 is tuple. So for loop is used to iterate a set of value or the collection of value. So that collection of value can be defined with the list, set, tuple, or the dictionary. So this is the tuple. We can simply write it for value in variable 3. Thereafter you can provide here a colon, hit the enter. There is one tab there. Then you can simply do here the print of value, something like this. Now you see the variable 3 is printed here line by line. Earlier we used to get the variable 3 as the single tuple here, but in this case it is getting printed something like this. Inside this for loop you can also provide there if else. For example, you can simply check it here, print only those values where you have a type as str. So you can say here if type of value equal to str, then you print the value, otherwise don't print the value. So now this value should be printed because other values are actually integer. So only this value is actually printed, and other than that you can also provide in else. Let's print the type of other values. Now you see I'm printing here value, but in else statement I'm printing here a type. Alright, so other than str, all the type will be printed and the value of str is printed here. something like this. So that's how you can use there a for loop. Let's go ahead and see how you can use here while loop. So the while is something where you do the operation where your variable is changing inside the while statement, and you can keep iterating the variable value. For example, I have here a equal to 10 and I write here while a is greater than 0, keep iterating this, and inside this for loop I just do some operation. Okay, I just do some operation, any operation you can do as per your need, and then the a value is actually getting decreased by 1, and thereafter I just write here the print of a. Now what will happen here, I just do some operation. How many times it will do there? The total 10 is there, so you will see there the 10 time operation will happen here. I just do, let's say, I can simply provide here the string formatting. So I can simply write here a format, and then I can write there a, and then I can remove this, and I just run it. I just do 10 operation, 9, 8, 7, something like this. As soon as a becomes there, a becomes 0 or less than 0, this while statement will not get executed. So it will just simply stop there. Alright, that's how you can use the while statement. Let's go ahead and see the finally what is the function in Python. So the function starts with the definition. So there you have something like here. You can write any function name. The name of function starts with the def there. I mean, before the function there is def. This says that define a function. Then you can write here the function name. I'm gonna say here new function name where I do the add number. I provide here 2 variable, and I just do here some operations. C is equal to a plus b. This is very simple function, and then I can just simply do here a print c. And if I run it, nothing will get executed, because this function, to print this, I need to call this function. So I can simply do here add underscore number, and then inside this I pass here the 2 value 10, 15. Now you will be getting here 25. So how this happens, I pass here 10, this 15 goes to b, a plus b, that is the 10 plus 15, that is 25, and then this 25 gets printed. So that's what we are getting here. That's how you can use this function. Other than this, if you don't want to print it here, you can simply return these values. You can use something like this. Alright, return C. Now if you do this, it will return the value instead of printing it. Let's go ahead and run it. Now it has returned this value. You can simply store it into C variable, and if you print that C variable, you will be seeing the value of that C variable as the 25 here. Alright, so this is all about in this lesson. Thanks a lot for watching this. I'll see you in next one.